All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Keep Moving with Emily. I'm Emily, your adaptive fitness trainer, helping you keep moving. We're getting in a full body workout today that can be done seated or standing, depending on how you're feeling today. As always, we're going to have a nice warm up and a little body scan to kind of check in with our bodies, see how we're feeling, giving ourselves permission to modify however we need. And the only equipment that you need is a tennis ball or maybe a pair of socks or something. I've got a pair of hand weights. I also have a TheraBand just in case if I need something different, but whatever equipment you have available works. We're going to be doing kind of a interval style workout where we're going to kind of repeat moves, and everything's written up on the screen so you can follow along if you've got any cognitive challenges. Okay, so here we go. So wherever you're at, I'm going to start seated, but you can always do this warm up standing if you would like. But we're going to do the body scan that's up on the screen. This just kind of walks us through from head to toe, just kind of a little body check-in, all right? So wherever you're at, take a big breath in and a big breath out. We're going to be present for the next hour, step away from the chaos of life, move our bodies, help us physically, mentally, and emotionally. So as we think about the head to our toes, how are we feeling? How are we coming to class today? What's our mood like? Are we feeling joyful, overwhelmed, anxious, stressed, whatever that is? Exercise can help boost our mood. So hopefully by the end of the workout, you'll notice that. Check in with your fatigue. How are we feeling today? Every day with MS is different. Some days we wake up feeling energized. Other days we feel a little bit more exhausted. So again, give yourself permission to modify or take rest breaks when you need to. And then check in with that cognition. How are we feeling today? Luckily, everything's written up on the screen so you can follow along, but slow things down if you need to. As we move down the rest of our body, check in with any muscle soreness or tightness in those muscles, numbness, tingling. Maybe if we have balance issues today, our legs are feeling a little weaker. Again, give yourself permission to do it seated or use adaptive devices to give you a little bit extra balance. And then the last thing I like to do is just set your intention. Why are you here today? For me, it's to move my body and to be with you. So set that intention, take a big breath in, up overhead. Exhale it out. So we're going to get started with our warm-up, starting with our neck. So we're just going to look from right to left. I like to think about inhale as we look one way, exhale as we look the other way. If we're seated, we're going to sit up nice and tall, core is engaged. I like to sit on the edge of my chair. That helps with my core as well. We're standing. Same idea, just nice slight bend in those knees. Good. Last one here. Now we're going to look up to the sky. Bring your chin to your chest. Unless you get that weird electric zing, then you'll just look up to the sky and bring your head back to neutral. Inhale up, look. Exhale down. We're going to warm up from our head to our toes. Nice gentle movements to prepare this body for our workout. Good. Last one, look up and down. Perfect. Moving on to shoulder rolls. We can roll those shoulders back. I like to add my elbows. It just helps with the range of motion. So if that feels good to you, go for it. Nice big circles. Squeezing in those shoulder blades. Chest is high. Good. Let's roll the other way forward. Drawing those circles forward. If you're standing, you can do a little side step if you want. I always say standing is an exercise too. So if you can stand, awesome. If not, no worries. Perfect. Last one here. Shake out those arms. Moving into arm openers. So open up those arms nice and big. I like to tap my foot to the side. If you're standing, you can do a side step as you open up the arms. Crossing the arms over. Squeezing in those shoulder blades. Feels really good. Keep on breathing. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. Keep those arms out. We're going to do tiny circles forward. If you can add in a little bit of a knee march, go for it. Or you just do a little calf raise. You can do a heel tap. Good. Reverse the direction of those arms. If you've worked out with me before, my warm-ups and my cool-downs always look the same, but we just got to warm up from our head to our toes. So this is the best way to do it. 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those arms. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a spinal twist. So just twist over, reaching that arm across our body. You can change up the range of motion if that's too much. Go a little bit smaller. Good, we're just warming up our core, our spine, our brain. As we reach that opposite arm to that opposite side. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Moving on to reach over. So I like to place my forearm on my thigh and I'm going to reach it up and over. I can also place my hand on my hip if that feels better. Just a nice little stretch. You're You're gonna feel it in those obliques, those side abdominal muscles, and in those shoulders as you reach. Also helps wake up the body. Good. Nice, slow and controlled movements, not going for speed right now. Good work. Let's go one more on each side. Reach it up and over. Last one. Perfect. All right, we're moving on to knee hugs. So this is one that requires some balance. If you're standing, probably take a seat. You're gonna grab underneath the knee, pull that knee up towards your chest, rotate in your ankle or point flex the toe a couple times, lower that foot, and then the other side. So we're not holding for too long. Just open up those hips, warming up those ankles. We'll do about 3 to 4 on each side, depending. If you have some spasticity or tightness in your hips, you can always just hug and release a couple of times as well. Lots of good options here. Perfect. So fun to work out outside in the sun. If you get an opportunity to get outside, get some vitamin D, get some fresh air. So good for our physical, mental, and emotional health as well. Perfect. Last one here. We're gonna move on to those hamstring scoops. I love these ones. It's kind of like a full body warm up here. So we're gonna extend one foot out in front of us. We're gonna reach down towards that toe, scoop up to the sky, and then hands come down. Good. We'll stay on this leg for about 3 to 5 reps. Nice stretch in the back of that leg. Reach arms up over and then press those hands down. Good. Notice we're not holding this stretch, moving gently through it. Last one here. Perfect. Pull that leg in, extend the other leg out, heels on the ground, toes pointed up, hinge and scoop. Good. Love it. It's like full body, chest, lower back, lower body. Good. Let's do one more. Reach and scoop and shake it out. All right, last one is a windmill. So arms are wide, legs are a little wide. We're gonna go opposite hand to opposite shin or ankle. Nice little spinal twist. If we're standing, we're just gonna kind of be shifting from side to side. Good. We'll probably see these later in our workout. Again, we're just prepping our bodies, getting ready for this workout. All the exercises that we're gonna be doing, functional movements, movements that are safe and beneficial for people living with MS. So, at any level of ability. Last one on each side. Here we go. Last one. Awesome. All right, shake out those arms. Grab a swig of water if you need it. You can also grab your tennis ball because we're going to be doing some hand-eye coordination next, where we're going to connect our brain to the rest of our body. So grab that tennis ball, and I'm going to put the workout up on the screen so you can see what we are doing. Here we go. All right, so you can kind of see up on the screen a couple different things. So you can either do this standing or seated, whatever works best. We're gonna toss the ball to one hand, and then you're gonna squeeze, and then toss to the other hand and squeeze. So we'll just do a few reps of that. So toss and squeeze, toss and squeeze. It doesn't have to be very big tosses. Really working on that dexterity as we squeeze that ball each time. Good. If you drop your ball, it's just part of your workout to go get it. Nice. We'll go for 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. Open up those arms nice and big. We're going to exchange in front. So arms are out wide. We're going to squeeze in the chest, exchange the ball from one hand to the other, and switch. Squeeze in those shoulder blades as you open up those arms. Nice. These are really great exercises you can do during like commercial breaks. You have a dog at home. I'm sure you got a tennis ball somewhere. Good. Squeeze that ball in that hand. Last one here. Open. Good. Rotate the wrist up to the sky. This time we're going to go up overhead. Take a seat here. And we're going to exchange the ball up overhead. Oops. The next one's behind, but it's all right. It's written on the screen, and let's go in a little bit of different order. Good. Reach that ball up overhead. Woo! Feel those shoulders and those arms continuing to warm up. This is like a continuation of our warm up. Let's do one more. Up overhead. Reach. And shake it out. All right, we're gonna exchange behind our back. So scooch on the edge of your chair if you're sitting down. We're gonna open up our chest, grab the ball behind our back, switch hands, and come forward. Nice. So, looks like this. Exchanging in front and behind. Feels so good. Really opens up the chest. Switch directions. So if you're going clockwise, go counterclockwise or vice versa. Nice. We're gonna go for 3, 2, and 1. Nice, rest. Okay, I'm gonna show you 2 different options for this exchanging the ball under our legs. So if we're seated, my legs and my ankles are close together, legs are bent. We're gonna hinge forward, chest comes to the legs, exchange underneath, and sit up nice and tall. If you're standing, we're essentially just gonna hold the ball and do a little stretch as you reach down towards those shins and then squeeze in the glutes as you stand. Those are your 2 options. You ready? Let's go. I like doing the seated option because I like this hinging, having to reach underneath the legs, grabbing that ball. Good. If you're doing it standing, you're gonna feel a nice stretch in that hamstring as you hinge forward, making sure you squeeze in those glutes as you stand. 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. Nice. Now we're gonna channel our inner basketball players. March Madness just got over, so channel that inner basketball player. Legs are wide. We're gonna do figure 8s. I'm gonna show you the seated and standing option. For seated, we're gonna go under left, over left, under right, over right. So you're making a figure 8. For those of us standing, legs are wide. I'm gonna be touching that ball to the opposite knee as I shift my hips like to the left. I'm gonna stand up, shift my hips to the right, and touch that ball to the opposite knee. All right, you ready? Let's go. Figure 8s. Under, over, or you're going for that opposite knee if you're standing. Good. See how it feels like you're being a basketball player, dribbling the ball? Yeah, let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, you got sky to ground, a little bit of cardio. You're gonna grab that ball with both hands, reach those arms up overhead. If we're seated, we're gonna bring the ball to our lap and then reach that ball forward. You can also reach it down, but anytime you bend your head down all the way, sometimes it can get a little dizzy. If we're standing, we're just gonna reach those hands up to the sky, mini squat. You ready? Let's go. We're gonna do about 10. So reach. Little sky to ground. Nice little reaches. Getting that blood pumping. Good. Make sure you breathe. Let's go for 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, last one, and a 1. Beautiful. Final one, lateral bends. We're gonna work these obliques, nice little stretch in those shoulders. So inhale the arms up overhead. Whatever hand the ball is in, you're gonna pull that ball to your hip, touch that elbow to your hip, and reach it back up, switch hands. And then the other arm's reaching up to the sky. Here we go. Bending from side to side. Nice little stretch. Good. As you work those obliques. Perfect. Pull that elbow to that hip. Reach that other arm up to the sky. 2 more on each side. Here's 1. And 2. Beautiful. All right. Drop the ball, grab some water. I'm gonna put our workout up on the screen. You'll kind of get an idea of like what we're about to walk through. We're gonna get in a full body workout. Are you ready? Let's do this. Here we go. All right. First set of exercises. All right, you're gonna see up on the screen 4 exercises, and each one we're gonna do for 3 sets, 30 seconds each, with about 15 seconds rest in between. And then we'll move on to the next one. So, and I'll walk us through each one after we rest a little bit. So first one is the sit to stand or leg extension. I'm gonna put my timer up so we know how much time we need. Okay, so we're gonna hear a whistle blow. That's gonna be 30 seconds of work. If you're able to stand and sit, maybe we use a walker, countertop chair in front of us for extra balance. Go for it, but essentially you're gonna stand up and sit down. 30 seconds and we'll rest for about 15. And we're gonna do that 3 times through. For those of us seated, if standing's not an option, we're gonna do leg extensions. Now, since we're doing 3 rounds, if you wanna do right leg for 1 round, left leg for the 2nd round, and then alternate for the 3rd round, you can do that, or you can just alternate all 3 rounds. That's up to you. So if you're ready, we're gonna get started in about 15 seconds. Here we go. We'll have about a minute break in between each of our things. So here we go. Are you ready? We start in about 10 seconds. Sit to stands or those leg extensions. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, hold on to weights if you want it more challenging. We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Nice. Up, and down. Good. We work for 30 seconds. We're gonna rest for 15. Nice. Sit to stands with those leg extensions. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful. Woo! My timer's a little too fast. Not yet. Let's try again. All right, we got 15 seconds of rest. Keep resting. I gotta reset my timer because that was way too fast. Here we go. Are you ready? We start our next round in 3, 2, 1, begin. 30 seconds. I'm gonna do the seated option. We're doing those leg extensions. Maybe we're alternating. Maybe you're on your left leg if you did the right leg before. Good. Breathing. You're either doing that sit to stand. We're halfway there. Maybe you're doing this leg extension. Maybe you're alternating your leg extension. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Beautiful. Last round here. Sit to stands, alternating leg extensions. We start in 3, 2. Let's go. Final round here. If we're starting to get a little tired, you can always stand and shift weight. Good. You're almost done. Breathe. You got this. Beautiful. Keep working. 10 seconds to go. You got this. Keep working hard. Push through those heels. Squeezing the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Beautiful. Grab some water. I'm going to show us how to do our next set of exercises. We got alternating punches with a kick. So, same idea. If we're going to go single side. So I'm going to punch with my right arm, kick, or with a knee with my left leg. So opposite arm, opposite leg. If I'm standing, I can be here. I can also kick. We're going to be here for 30 seconds. The next 30 seconds, we're going to alternate to the other side. Opposite arm, that opposite leg, seated or standing. Final round, we're going to kind of alternate right and left, seated or standing. We got about 30 seconds before we get started. So grab that water if you need it. Again, if we're seated, think right arm with left leg, first round, then left arm with right leg. So really working our brain. You can go knee or you can go kick. We start in 10. Are you ready? Seated or standing version, starting with right arm with left leg in 5, 4, 3, 2. You ready? Let's go. We're going to punch and kick. Working the brain, working our upper body and lower body, a little bit of cardio. Good, a little bit of core. If we're standing, we're really challenging our balance. You can always do the knee if the kick doesn't work for you. Nice. Keep breathing. Again, we're not going for speed. Unless you want to go for speed, you totally can. 5 seconds to go. Keep working. 3, 2, 1. Woo, rest. All right, if we're standing, switch those sides, hanging onto your chair. Left arm, right leg in 3, 2. Let's go. Good. Life is hard. This is why I like to incorporate a little bit of kickboxing, a little bit of punching. It's a healthy way to channel whatever emotions you're experiencing. Good. Good. Halfway there, 15 seconds to go. And then that final round, we're going to kind of alternate. So if you want to do it seated, if balance is a little challenged, and doing this standing without holding on to something. Good. 3, 2, 1, rest. You can always just like hold and switch. A little confusing. I'm going to do it seated. Are we ready? We're alternating this time. Right, left, then left, right. You ready? Let's go. Alternate with that knee or with that kick. Let's go. Good. Come on. And punch and kick. Let's go. Nice. We're going to feel this a little bit in our core. We're working our brain, working our body. 10 seconds left. So strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab some water. Beautiful. Moving on to our next move. Up on the screen. Here we go. All right, we got some shoulder taps with the chest press. So options, we can do this seated, we can do this standing, we can do this with weights, or we can do this against a countertop or a wall. So what it's gonna look like is if I'm standing, I'm gonna have my arms out in front and I'm gonna go shoulder tap, tapping my left hand to my right shoulder, then right hand to left shoulder, and then chest press, like a push-up. So touch, touch, pull those elbows back and forward. I can use my weights if I want. I don't have to use weights. If I'm against a countertop or a desk, I'm just gonna do a nice high plank, tap, tap, and then a push-up against that countertop, whatever works best for you. So I'm gonna start seated. I'm gonna grab my weights. If the weights get too heavy, drop them. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna tap, opposite hand, opposite shoulder, pull those weights back, push it forward. Yeah, so good. Push. Now I'm using 5-pound weights. These are probably gonna be too heavy for me by round number 3, which is totally fine. We can still do body weight. If you just have a TheraBand, I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Maybe I just have a TheraBand, I can just do push and pull, just like so. 3, 2, 1, rest. 10 seconds rest. Again, we can do this standing, or if you've got a countertop in front of you, go for it. Do this one standing. I'm gonna do no weights. You ready? Let's go. Work that brain, work that body. Shoulder taps with that chest press. Good. Again, if I have that TheraBand, I can stand and just push and pull. Still doing the work on the chest and those shoulders. Nice job. 10 seconds left. One more round after this. I wish I had a countertop in front of me. 3, 2, 1, and rest. If I'm in the kitchen, I sometimes like to do some push-ups, you know, make it fun. All right, final round, last 30 seconds. Seated or standing. You ready? Let's go. I'm using my TheraBand. Nice little push and pull. Good. Keep it up. We're working our chest, we're working our back, we're working those shoulders. If you're standing, you're working that lower body, working your core. If we're seated, sit nice and tall for me. Check in with your posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Take out those arms, oh my goodness. Feeling it. Final set. Up on the screen, we've got some cherry pickers. This is one of my favorite cardio moves. You know, cardiovascular exercise is so important for our heart and our lung function. It gets that blood pumping. It gets us breathing pretty hard. And so that's the point of this specific set of exercises here. So anytime we reach hands up overhead, you're really gonna get that heart rate going. That blood has to really pump. So for standing option, hands to the sky, hands to the hips, tiny little squat. Notice I'm keeping my head up. I'm not bending forward, okay? Little squat. Touching those knees as I push those hips back. If we're seated, it's gonna look like this. Hands to the sky, hands to the hips, reach it forward. You can reach it down, but again, if you bend your head down, you might get a little dizzy. 3 rounds, 30 seconds, we start in 5, 4, 3, 2, you ready? Let's go. Come on. Seated options here. Once you figure out the move, feel free to speed it up. Just remember, pace yourself. You got 3 rounds of 30 seconds. Good. Really reach. Focus on that range of motion. Reach as far forward as you can safely. Or if we're standing, nice little squat. As you reach those hands back up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2. Beautiful job. I'm gonna do my next set standing. You do whatever feels good to you. If you want to add a little bit more, you can add in a nice little calf raise if you're doing the standing. Let's go. As you reach those hands up to the sky, you can do a calf raise if you want. A more intense version would be adding in a hop. That's not for me, at least not today. Good. Keep working. Working that lower body, upper body, core. Are you out of breath? I am. Let's go. Come on. 5, 4. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Quick little rest. Final round. We'll have a nice long break. And we'll move on to our next set of exercises. Last 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. I'll let you know when halfway is. So if you need to maybe switch it up and do it seated, you can, or keep going. We're halfway there. I'm gonna finish seated. Let's go. Come on, 10 seconds hard. So good. So strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Good job. Grab some water. Super proud of you. We're switching it up. New exercises up on the screen. So catch your breath. Woo. Good work, everybody. Super proud of you. All right. We are moving on to our next set of exercises. Round number 2 coming up on the board. All right. We're going to work some hamstrings. We're going to work some postural muscles, the back muscles, the triceps, the shoulders, and some hacky sack jacks. That's what's up on the screen. Okay, so similar thing, 3 sets of 30 seconds. We're gonna start with those good mornings. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So what these look like if we're standing, sometimes it's nice to have like a chair or something in front of us if we're standing. It gives me something to like reach for. So good mornings essentially are just hinging forward. So if we're standing, I can have my hands up on my ears or hands down by my side. We're just gonna hinge forward. Notice that my back stays flat. I can touch a chair in front of me, or I can have those hands up, or I can have my hands to my side. And then I'm gonna squeeze in my glutes and stand up. So I should be feeling this in my hamstrings and my glutes. If I feel this in my lower back, I don't have to bend very far to feel tension in those hamstrings as I stand, okay? So this is our good morning. Hands can be up. If you wanna use weights to make it more challenging, go for it. Again, reaching forward to that desk would be good. If we're seated, same idea, but my legs are gonna be kind of out in front of me, heels in the ground. I can have my hands up. As I hinge forward, I'm bringing my chest to those thighs, trying to keep my back straight. And then I'm gonna push through those heels, squeeze in those hamstrings, squeeze in the glutes too, even from a seated position. Here, and push, okay? 3 sets of 30 seconds for those good mornings. You ready? You ready, you ready? All right, we'll get started in about 15 seconds. So here we go. Let's start in 15. Let's do this. 15 seconds, we're gonna get started. So you figure out if you wanna do that standing option, seated option. Up to you. Are you ready? I'm gonna start standing. If I do a version seated, I'm gonna have my chair in front of me. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I'm gonna hinge forward, squeezing those glutes in, stand. Maybe I touch that chair for some balance, keeping that back flat. Maybe I have my hands up, squeezing in those shoulder blades. Hinge forward, push that booty back, and squeeze as I stand. Feeling this in my hamstrings, slight bend in those knees. 10 seconds left. That seated option, same idea, hinge forward. Push through those heels as you stand up. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good. You can stay standing or switch to that seated option. If we're seated, legs are out in front, slight bend in those knees. Hands can be up, hinge forward, push through those heels, sit nice and tall. I'm feeling this in my core. Inhale down, exhale up. Think about the muscles we're working, hamstrings, the back of that leg, and our glutes. Those hands are up, squeezing those shoulder blades. Nice job, 10 seconds to go. You got this. Nice, slow, and controlled. Inhale down. Exhale up. 3, 2, 1. Best final round, my friends. We'll do the last round standing. If you want your hands to your side, you can do that as well, or up to the ears. Let's go. Hinge. Good morning. It's like you're waking up. Nice. Inhale down. Exhale up. Feel it in those hamstrings. Feel it in those glutes. You got this. Beautiful. Stay strong. 10 seconds to go. Keep that back flat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Grab some water if you need it. All right, so it's got single arm roto kickback. So we're gonna go right arm first. then we'll do left arm, and then we'll do both arms, okay? So if you're standing, you're gonna grab one weight. I can hold on to my chair, a little bit of like a staggered stance. So whatever arm the weight's in, that leg is back. I'm gonna pull that weight up to my hip pocket, extend the weight straight back, working that tricep, bend at the elbow and lower. So this is what this looks like, single arm row kickback. We'll do the right side, we'll switch to the left side, and then the final round, we're gonna do both, but I'm gonna stand up in between each one. If I'm seated, I'm gonna kind of have my weight in my right hand. I'm gonna have my left arm kind of on my legs. I'm hinged forward. Again, up to my hip pocket, and then extend straight back, right side, left side, and then both arms, okay? Here we go. 10 seconds, we're gonna get started. Stand up if you want, stay seated if you want. We start in 5, 4, ready, get in that position. Hinged forward. Pull that weight to your hip, extend straight back. So we're working our shoulders, like the back of those shoulders and the back of our arm, that tricep. So pull that weight up, row, kick it back, work that tricep, and then lower. Good, really push that weight back towards the wall. You should feel this in the back of that arm. Beautiful, keep it up. If we're standing, same idea. Working a little bit of balance. This stays down. Switch hands if you're standing. Switch sides of what you're hanging on to. Again, whatever hand, whatever leg that, but weight is in, that's the one that's back. Let's go. Row, kick it back. Good, I'm looking at that toe. Head stays down. Core stays engaged. Good. Keep it up. You're doing awesome. 10 seconds to go. Then we're gonna grab both weights and we're gonna do both arms at the same time. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Grab both weights. If we're standing, similar to that good morning, we're gonna hinge forward. Go kick it back and then stand up. Seated option, same thing. Ready, let's go. Hinge forward. Both weights come up. Both weights kick back, lower, and stand. Good, keep going. For those of us seated, we're hinging. Row, kick it back, lower those weights, sit nice and tall. Hinge forward, row. Good, we're challenging that brain, we're challenging that body, we're changing things up. So good. Finish strong, 5 seconds left. And rest. Nice. Okay, we got rainbow lat pulls next. So these ones are gonna really work those shoulders, really work your back muscles. So if your weights get too heavy, drop them all together. Or if you have that TheraBand, you can just stick with a lat pull. So if I have my TheraBand, my hands are up overhead, pulling that TheraBand to my chest, pulling those elbows down and back, and then reaching back up. That's your TheraBand option. If you have your weights, you're gonna start like you're holding a tray. Big circle up overhead. We're gonna pull those weights down and back, press them up to the sky, and then a circle all the way back. You're really gonna feel this in those shoulders. Again, if you wanna do this standing, same idea. Weights are here like I'm holding a tray, all the way up, pull down and back, press, and all the way around. Drop the weights if they get too heavy. Use that TheraBand. Are we ready? We're starting in 5 seconds. So you can do the seated, you can do the standing. Ready, position? Let's go. All the way up. Pull those elbows down and back. Press it up to the sky. All the way around. Woo! Good. Beautiful. If we're seated, check in with that posture. Are you sitting up nice and tall? Are we breathing? Good. You're really working those shoulders. You're really working those back muscles as you pull those elbows down and back. Press it up to the sky and all the way back around. Full shoulder exercise here. Woo! And rest. Good. I'm going to do this next round seated using my TheraBand. This is a great option too. Hands are up overhead. Pull that TheraBand to my chest and press it up. So I'm at a little bit of an angle as I pull and push and pull. Pulling those elbows down and back, squeezing those shoulder blades and reaching. Again, I can do this standing as well, using that TheraBand. Maybe you're still using your weights. Awesome. Maybe you've dropped the weights, but you're still doing that rainbow lat pull. Great. 10 seconds to go. Good job. Keep working. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Final round, my friends. I'm going to do this last round standing with no weights. Pick up those arms. 3, 2. All right. All the way up. Pull. Good. I still feel this, even if I'm using body weight, I still feel this in my shoulders and my chest. Keep up the good work. You're doing so good. 15 seconds left. We're halfway there. Keep moving. We'll take a break. We'll work that lower body with some hacky sack jacks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Shake out those arms. All right. Grab some water. Final round is our cardio round. We got some hacky sack jacks. This one's super fun. It kind of works our inner thigh, but I'll show you a couple different options. For those of us standing, if we feel comfortable with no balance, I'm lifting that foot and touching the inside of my foot with my opposite hand. If lifting the foot all the way up doesn't work, touch that knee, opposite hand to the opposite knee. Okay, this is a great option. Maybe if I need to hang on to something, I'm just switching hands. Seated option, whoop, same idea. I can do this touching that inside of that foot. Lifting, I can touch opposite hand to opposite knee. You can also do a windmill if that works for you. Or you can do good old jumping jacks if you want, or knee, jack, jack. Lots of different options. All right, we're ready. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So you can touch the inside of that foot. Lifting. Maybe I'm touching that knee. Maybe that feels better. Still working the brain, still working the body as we do opposite hand, opposite knee. If lifting the foot doesn't work, you can always do that. You can also do 2 jacks, knee, knee, 2 jacks. We got 3 rounds, so you can kind of play around with it. Whatever feels good to you. Rest. Good. Go for some standing options. I like these hacky sack jacks. They just feel good with that internal rotation of the hip. We'll touch that knee. You ready? Let's go. Great option here. Maybe we're here. Maybe we do knee, jack, jack. Awesome. Keep it up. Let's go. 15 seconds left. If you want to speed it up, go for it. This is our cardio portion. 5 seconds to go. Stay strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Final round, my friends. What version are you doing? Seated, standing, hacky sacks, knee, jack, jacks. Whatever you decide, we start now. Let's go. Good job. Do whatever version feels good to you, what feels safe to you. I want you to feel leaving successful and accomplished, not defeated. So if we just need to modify, awesome. Modify. No shame in that. Let's go. 10 seconds left. You're doing so good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Great job. Grab some water. Moving on to our next round. Yes. So strong. Awesome job. Whew. Let's do this. All right. I love an alternating snatch. All right, here we go. Same idea. Starting with lower body, we got squat taps. We're gonna go right side for the first set, left side for the second set, alternate for the third one. If we're standing, we're gonna have a slight bend in our knee, like mini squat. Tap that right foot to the out and back in, out, back in. This leg's gonna work too. You're working a little bit of balance. You can also stand and shift weight and come back to center if that feels better. That's gonna be your standing option. Then of course we're gonna switch to the left, and then we're gonna alternate, maybe doing like a side step. For those of us seated, tap that foot to the right, bring it back to center. Maybe I need to physically lift, that works too. Right side for the first 30, left side for the second 30, and then alternate for the last. Cool? All right. 15 seconds, we'll get started. Grab some more water if you need it. Let's do this. Grab another swig of water. You ready? Let's do this. Squat taps, right leg first. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Tap to the side, back to the center. You're working that inner thigh. outer thigh, glute. If you're standing, hang on to something. You're gonna feel it in that standing leg and the one that's moving. Work those glutes, work that core, sitting up nice and tall for seated. Maybe I'm physically lifting. We're opening up those hips, 10 seconds to go. Then we'll switch sides. You got this, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Rest other side. I'm gonna do this one standing. Hanging onto that chair if you need it. Tiny bend in those knees if we're standing. Left side, let's go. So I'm tapping back to center, or I'm shifting that weight. Good. Feeling those glutes, feeling those quads. Keep breathing. Halfway there, 15 seconds to go. This is what we call a high intensity interval training. So we work for a set period of time, we rest for a short period of time, get back to it. Such a fun format. It allows for a little bit of rest. 3, 2, 1, rest. Beautiful. Final round, alternate. So I'm gonna go right, then left, right, then left. Seated, same idea. You ready? Let's go. So I'll show you here. Out to the side and back, out to the side and back. Maybe I'm shifting. Maybe I'm doing a side step. Works for me too. Let's go. Can you stick to that beat? Like a little dance move. If it's too fast, slow it down. 10 seconds to go. You're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Rest. Okay. All you need is one weight for this next one. We're doing alternating snatches or an alternating curl press. If I'm seated, I have my weight in my right hand. I'm going to hinge down. You can tap the weight to the floor if you want, but you don't have to. We're going to sit up nice and tall. I'm either going to do a curl to a press, staying with the same side, or a more intense version as I sit up, high pull to a press. So it's kind of like one big movement. Pretty complicated, so if that feels weird, go for a curl press. Then you do left side, and then we're going to alternate, switching the weight each time. If we're standing, weights in my right hand, mini squat, stand, curl press, or that high pull to a press, and then then we'll go left side, and then we alternate. Cool? All right, weights in our right hand. Decide if you want to do seated or standing. I'm going for standing. 3, 2, good. So you're gonna hinge, sit up or stand nice and tall, curl press, stay that right side. Here we go. Or you got this big explosive move, if that feels good to you. This is definitely a much more complicated one as I go high pull, pulling that elbow high, press the weight to the sky kind of in one fell swoop, because that doesn't work. Curl it up and press. Work those biceps, work those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Switch hands. Left side this time. Show you the seated option. We ready? 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna hinge, sit up, curl, press. You can always have a hand to the side for a little bit of balance. Good. You want to do that explosive move? You totally can. Good. So strong. This is compound exercise here. We're working multiple muscles at the same time. Biceps, shoulders, core, lower body. 5 seconds to go. This 30 seconds goes by fast. 3, 2, 1. All right, friends. Now we alternate. After you go curl press, bring that weight down, switch hands. Curl press. Ready? Final round. Let's go. So curl press, switch hands, or high pull. Good. So good. Go at your own pace. Switch hands each time. More than halfway there. 10 seconds left. Come on. 5 seconds left. Come on. Can you give me one more? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Beautiful. All right. We got lateral raises, front raises, and then L raises. So lateral raise, we're coming out to the side like so. We can do the seated or standing with or without weights. Arms come no higher than shoulder width. So if we're up here, you're too high. Stay here. Yep, just like so. Then the next 30 seconds, front raises. with or without weights, one weight maybe. And then the final round is an L raise where we combine it and go one arm's forward, one arm's to the side, lower, and then switch. So we're really challenging your brain for this one. Use those weights if you want. If you want to use no weights at all, that totally works. Seated or standing, up to you. We start, oh boy, in 10 seconds. So if you're gonna do the standing, go on ahead and stand it up. Starting with that lateral raise, you can have a slight bend in those elbows. That makes it a little bit easier. 3, 2, here we go. Arms come out to the side and slowly lower down. Slowly lower up and down. Nice. We're just gonna stay here for 30 seconds. This song gets a little crazy, makes me want to dance. We're gonna stay nice, slow, and controlled. Maybe we'll have a 10-second dance break in 10 seconds. Stay strong. Wait for it. Good. 3, 2, 1. Rest. A little bit of a rest break. If you want to drop one weight and go for a front raise with one weight, you totally can. So to our thighs, up to our eyes. One weight, two weights, no weights, seated or standing, up to you. Good, again, nice, slow and controlled moves. Not going for speed. Core is engaged. If we're seated, check in with your posture. Are you sitting up nice and tall? Are you sitting on the edge of your chair? Good, are you breathing? I hope so. Good. 5 seconds left. Then we work that brain. 3, 2, 1, rest. Grab both of your weights or drop them all together. One arm comes forward, one arm comes to the side, then we switch it up. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. So, one to the side, one forward, lower, switch, and switch. Nice. Again, checking in with our posture. Sit nice and tall. Chest is high. Good. If we're seated. Less than 10 seconds. So strong. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those weights. Woo! Grab some water. Oh my goodness, feeling so good. We're finishing with fireball arms. If you've I have a fun choreographed dance, but the fireball arms are essentially a combination of some rope climbs and then a little bit of like out to the side, like you're going like, so bending that elbow, bringing that thumb to that, your chest as you alternate. So kind of do a combination of some rope climbs, out to the side. If you want to use this as like a full dance break, go for it. Again, we're going for 30 seconds, 3 rounds through. Are you ready? We start in about 10 seconds. So shake out those arms, grab another swig of water, stand it up if you want to do it standing, stay seated if you want to do it seated. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, starting with rope climbs. Let's go. I like to add a little bit of hips. Super fun. Let's go. Come on. Perfect. Out to the side. Good. Bend that elbow, squeezing that tricep. Back to those rope climbs. Let's go. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Back to the side. Quick, quick, quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Beautiful. 2 more rounds. Pretty similar to that. Are you ready? Seated or standing? We're going to start with these out to the side. Nice and quick. Let's go. Quick, quick, quick. Squeeze in the back of that arm. Keep it up. Keep it up. Work that arm. Reach it up. Rope climbs. Let's go. You can always march it out if you want. Back to the side. Come on. Nice and quick. Nice and quick. 5 seconds. Last 5 rope climbs. Come on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. Feel those arms. Final 30 seconds. Are you ready? 3. Started with those rope climbs. Let's go. Reach and pull. Out to the side. Rope climbs. Woo! Feeling tired. We got this. Out to the side. Come on. I know, we're almost there. All right, rope climbs. Final 5 seconds. Fast, fast, fast. Out to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Rest. Grab some water. We're going to finish with some core, and then we're going to stretch it out and call it a day. Are you feeling strong? Are we feeling a little tired? Stretch it out if you need to. Bring those arms back behind. Awesome work, everybody. You are working so hard. Feeling so good. All right, are we ready for some core? Let's do some core. Here's the beauty of this one. We're gonna kind of change it up a little bit. We're gonna go for 30 seconds for each of these, only one time through. So I'm gonna walk us through how to do each one of these, and then we're gonna get to it. So we'll work for 30 seconds. We'll rest for a little bit longer, just to give us some time to figure out what we're doing next if we forget. All right, so we've got to hold with a knee march for the first 30 seconds. So I'm gonna hold a weight out in front. I can do this seated or standing. Weights out in front. If I can add in a knee march, awesome. Maybe I just hold. That's fine too. Seated option, same idea. Weights out in front, knee marches. If that works for us, if not, just hold. We'll be there for 30 seconds. Then we got penguins. If you want to hold both weights in your hands, you're going to lean from side to side. You can do it seated. You can do it standing. All right. Then we got woodchuck presses or twists. So we're going to reach it up to the sky, back to our hip, back to center, other side. So nice little twist, or we just twist from side to side. Again, seated option, up to a corner to the opposite hip, back to center, other corner, opposite hip, or we're just twisting. And then the final one is just a good old hold. So we're gonna take a seat if you're doing the rest of them standing. You're gonna lean back slightly, hold the whirl, hold the weight. If it gets too tough, you can always exhale, elbows to those knees, back to here. All right, we got 30 seconds of each, one time through for these 4 moves. We'll have a nice long rest break in between each one so we can kind of reset, and that will finish our workout. Got this? We got this. Let's go. All right, we've got 4 rounds. Woo! Starting 15 seconds. Are you ready? Starting with that hold with a knee march. So I'm gonna stay standing, but you can do this seated if you want. Weights out in front, add in that knee march if that works for you. If not, just hold the weight. Core is engaged. Get that weight up there. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So if we can add in a knee march, maybe we're doing this seated, maybe we're doing this standing. Nice slow and controlled moves here. Good. Seated option, maybe we just stand and hold. That works for me too. We're still working our core, we're still working those shoulders. 15 seconds to go. Stay strong. Keep breathing. Core is engaged. So if you're seated, sitting up nice and tall, drive that knee up as high as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. I'm going to grab my other weight and I'm going to do those penguins standing. If we're standing, legs are a little bit wider. I'm dragging that weight down the side of my knee and alternate. If I'm seated, I'm just leaning from side to side, as if you dropped your keys or something. We ready? We start in. Big breath in, big breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So lean from side to side, working those obliques. Chest stays up. Perfect. Nice, slow and controlled. I should feel this in my side, abdominal muscles. As I lean that weight, you don't have to have weight if you don't want. If we're seated, we're here. I'm just leaning down. Good. 10 seconds to go. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop one weight. All right, your options here. You can just do a good old twist from side to side. You can lean back slightly and do more of like a Russian twist, or you're doing that woodchuck press where we reach that weight up to a corner. Bring the weight to that opposite hip, back to center, and then you alternate each time, seated or standing. Cool? All right, I think I'm gonna do the standing one. You ready? 3, 2. So we can reach it up to that corner, twist to that hip, back to center, other side. Reach and twist. Or we're just standing or seated, twisting from side to side, keeping that core nice and tight. Awesome. So good. 20 seconds left. Reach and twist. Coming back to center each time.
No sound on the last exercise. Can you all hear me now? Yeah? Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened to my microphone. All right, hopefully this will work for our final bit as we stretch. Hopefully y'all were able to follow along with what I was doing. Oh, all the technical difficulties. Let's switch up our music. We'll have some nice and gentle music and stretch it out. All right. Are we ready? Calm, quiet music. As we stretch. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're just going to kind of take a couple of big deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more big breath in. And exhale. As we do the stretching portion, this is just a good opportunity to kind of check back in with your body. Remember how you came to the workout before. Maybe you were feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Maybe you were able to kind of like step away from that. Maybe our muscles are feeling tight. Maybe you're feeling looser now. Maybe our fatigue is kind of, you've been a little bit more energized. Just kind of check in with your body as you stretch, all right? Take a big breath in, reach those arms up overhead. And exhale. One more big breath in, up overhead. As we exhale, reach those arms back behind, grabbing maybe your chair or clasping hands behind your back. Nice stretch in the chest. Good. Take a big breath in, reach those arms forward like you're hugging a tree. Nice stretching those back muscles. Big breath in, exhale, and shake out the arms. Inhale into warrior one. So palms are going to face each other, reach arms up overhead. Exhale into warrior two. Palms are up. Push those walls away. Bring one arm across your body, hug that arm to your chest, rotate and wrist. Also, as we stretch, I just want you to thank your body for how it's made for you today. How strong your arms have been, your legs have been. Be proud of the way you've moved your body in whatever way works for you today. It's important for us to celebrate those little victories. Shake out your arms. Warrior one again. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale into warrior two. Push those walls away. Other arm comes across the body. Hug that under your chest. Big breath in here and exhale and shake it out. Good. We're going to do a little bit of a spinal twist. We're going to breathe in and we're going to twist those shoulders to one direction. Breathe in. Exhale, come back to center. All right, let's switch up. Grab underneath the knee. A couple big deep breaths in as we reach that knee up to our chest. As we breathe in this time. Exhale, lengthen that leg long. Nice hamstring stretch. We're going to hold. Our muscles are nice and warm, so we can do a nice static stretch. We don't want to do this at the beginning of a workout because our muscles are not warm yet. So trying to stretch and hold up the Take a nice big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Grab underneath that knee, place the ankle on top of your thigh, and move forward. I'm so glad you decided to join me today for this awesome workout. You're gonna get your body moving. You know, you should be getting in at least 30 minutes of exercise at least 5 days a week, and you just did an hour. So you are an overachiever today. So good. If you like these workouts, you can always check it out on our YouTube channel. Keep moving with Emily. Grab that knee, pull the knee up. Rotate the ankle, flex the up. This is the Mercy Center. Always record their workouts, so you can always learn back at any time. Check out their page too. Exhale, lengthen that leg long. Stretch that hamstring. Hopefully you were able to either try something new or challenge yourself today. But yeah, I hope you just feel really proud of yourself. Feel strong, physically, mentally, emotionally. Grab that knee, place the ankle on top of your thigh, move it forward. So good. All right, grab that knee, place the foot on the floor. Last big breath in. Exhale out, show the muscles because you're. And I'll see you back in another Keep Moving family.